So,
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for Sunday, 12/9/2018. I am Michael, your host. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping in. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for giving us some of your time. I'd like to take a minute here on most episodes, a little bit more thought out today, just to give the Patriots of this channel, the subscribers, those who have rang the bell, toggle the switches to work with you. You're getting the best alerts. I know sometimes YouTube's going to reset it. You're going to have issues. Just check that from time to time. But again, if you're new and you have not subscribed, hit the bell. It's right, or hit the subscribe. Then you could ring the bell and get all alerted for you and your device in the best possible manner. All right, we don't have any new Q. We're going to look over a few things. QAnon, Q clearance. What is it? What are we talking about? Well, folks, you can get all that information here on this channel. Okay, you can get it all here on this channel, other channels around the World Wide Web. Again, we encourage to look into everything, read everything you can, watch everything you can, but believe none of it until you can verify it in your own right. All right, however that works with you and your investigative, journalistic, the way that you maneuver. So keep that in mind. We encourage to always don't believe anything we say, prove us wrong. We try to give you nothing but the facts. Okay, we do have a couple of different top stories breaking. Republicans defend Trump amid brewing legal storm. All right, this is all coming out of the Mueller investigations. This is about 2 hours ago. The Washington Post. Let me get this a little bigger here. Republicans defend Trump amid brewing legal storm. Republicans on Sunday defended President Trump amid mounting legal woes stemming from the special counsel probe led by Robert S. Mueller III. With some brushing aside new court filings that detail previously unreported contacts between Russia and Trump 2016 campaign and directly implicate the president in plans to buy women's silence. In an interview on NBC's Meet the Press, Senator Rand Paul, a Republican from Kentucky, played down the alleged campaign violence violations detailed by prosecutors, arguing that such missteps should not be over-criminalized. I personally think that someone makes an error in filing paperwork or not categorizing it properly shouldn't be in jail time. It ought to be a fine, Paul said. He added that if campaign finance violations are aggressively prosecuted, we're going to become a banana republic where every president gets persecuted, and every president gets thrown in jail when they're done with office. The senator also contended that there was nothing illegal about Trump's efforts to build a hotel in Moscow during the 2016 campaign, so long as he didn't promise anything in exchange for it. This is pretty common, and I see no problem with someone running for president trying to build a hotel somewhere. BuzzFeed News reported last month that the conservative conversations about the project also included discussion of giving a $50 million penthouse to Russian President Vladimir Putin. On Friday, federal prosecutors filed new court papers implicating Trump in plans to buy the silence of women who might go public with allegations of affairs with him. The documents also revealed that Michael Cohen, Trump's former personal attorney, told prosecutors what appeared to be a previously unknown November 2015 contact with a Russian national who offered the Trump campaign synergy on a government level. Senator Marco Rubio of Florida said Sunday faced the nation that there's no reason to not stand by anybody in this moment, drawing a distinction between individuals who have been accused of crimes and pleaded guilty and others, presumably Trump. Rubio emphasized the right of someone to argue that the evidence is not what you say it is. Just like no one is above the law in this country, no one is beneath it either. I believe that Mr. Mueller's probe should continue and move forward unimpeded. So what we're getting out of this is a stage, all right? The Democrats take over the House. They're preparing for something next year. This whole Russia meddling if we don't get anything substantial out of it. Now, all they got on the record as of now is this Cohen, who's a proven liar. He said one thing and now he's saying another, but the prosecutors are, well, we're going to believe him what he said here when it comes to this and what he's got on Trump. Because we want to believe it, so we're going to believe it. But he's already been a known liar. So what do? They keep treading forward, and they're not treading lightly. So this is all a gear up, folks. Again, this 2-year-long, 40 million plus investigation into Trump Russia has led to people getting indicted, like Cohen, for personal crimes, way he's filed his taxes, and then out of that, a bunch of lies, and then out of that, they get something on Trump, and they're sticking with it. And this could be. Now, again, laws don't outline. They're really unclear, but it's worth a shot, they think, because they've been working so hard to get Trump out of office that this has to work. So next year, we can look forward to, this is their angle, is we can look forward to they're going to be looking into Trump and some payments to some women to keep him quiet. And now that all comes down to, sitting in a courtroom. Trump, did you make the payments to keep him quiet because of your presidential election? Or did you maybe give him hush money so they wouldn't just ruin your personal life? Trump can say, it was about my personal life. And then you're going to have somebody argue, no, we think it was about presidency. And it comes down to who made the payment? Who's the one that basically can tell you why? You have to prove otherwise. And then again, is any of that even impeachable? Not really. They're just building it up, folks. This is how they do it. This is their talking points. So again, we got people that we're not really going to see any truth in the media until the very end. This is their whole guise to keep just going in circles and nonsensical. We could probably go over every president who has paid people to be quiet, whether it's over women or other things. Have we looked into every single president every time for things like this? And I think we have, but it seems like it never really gets big enough. Media doesn't care when it's somebody other than Trump. Right now, we got everything that is even mumbled gets looked into. Launching investigations and doing an investigation to find the crime. They just waste a lot of time and money. So let me see here. Top stories. Political wise, we got Wisconsin governor-elect calls GOP. Well, let me finish. I think I was about done here anyway. We may get there, but we're not there now. If Trump is as innocent as he says he is, we ought to want this thing to go to completion, King said. So this guy King out of Maine, whose caucus with Democrats, said on Meet the Press, he argued New York prosecutors' memo implicated the president in a felony, but warned that it is still too early to talk about impeachment. We got Jared Nadler of Democrat of New York, who is posed to take over a chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, is new on Congress, said that the alleged campaign finance violations would be impeachable offenses, but that whether they are important enough to justify impeachment is a different question. An impeachment is an attempt to, an effort, overturn or change the result of the last election, and you should do it only for very serious situations. So that's the question, Nadler said on CNN, State of the Union. Representative Adam Schiff, a Democrat out of California, the incoming chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, said on Face the Nation that there's a very real prospect that Trump may be indicted the day he leaves office, and that he may be the first president in quite some time to face the real prospect of jail time. We have been discussing the issue of pardons that the president may offer to people or dangle in front of people, Schiff said. The bigger pardon question may come down the road as the next president has to determine whether to pardon Trump. All right, so there's Adam Schiff trying to get his. So if they can talk about things that haven't been done in a very long time and they're going to go after a president, it's the same thing as the Logan Act. It's the same thing as all these acts that we have that people haven't been held accountable to, haven't been able to, they haven't been applied because you've had so many complicit people in the government doing bad things. So nobody was going to turn somebody over because they were involved themselves. You have a big nest, a big mess. The people that could file, that would file, that should file, aren't going to do it. So this Schiff talking about future events and down the road, and he wants to dingle in that, we can talk about some of these acts that you're guilty of and that they're coming down the pipe for you. That's the whole thing here, folks. All right, a couple of Trump tweets 7 hours ago. We got leaking James Comey. Must have set a record for who lied the most to Congress in one day. His Friday testimony was so untruthful. This whole deal is a rigged fraud headed up by dishonest people who would do anything so that I could not become president. They are now exposed. On 245 occasions, former FBI Director James Comey told House investigators he didn't know, didn't recall, or couldn't remember when he was asked. Open investigations on 4 Americans, not 2. Didn't know who signed off and didn't know Christopher Still. All lies. So that's very interesting. 245 occasions. This guy can't remember nothing. How does he remember all these other things? He touched them in his heart, and he just couldn't forget them. But, when it comes to this kind of stuff, the head of the FBI, director, can't remember nothing. This is all too familiar. Had Hillary do I don't recall hundreds of times during hers. So these same people that think that we should listen to what they say, when it comes to other things they can't recall, don't remember, and would rather not say. Unbelievable. All right, folks, just was here in the studio working on some other things. Wanted to give you guys a quick little update. Wanted to do a little video here. Again, if anything pops off later on this evening, look forward to the Patriot Hour coming back with an update video for you. That's what we're here for. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. Take a look in the description box if you want to support the Patriot Hour in any way, or some of the people that we have, like Scott, he's got a PayPal. It's all down below, all right? We got the links. We got the Patreon, we got the PayPals, and we got the just different ways, all right? And other than that, share this video on all social medias platforms while you can. Help red pill your family, friends, loved ones, coworkers, etc. Again, subscribe, ring the bell, toggle the switch. I'm Mike. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed, each and every one of you worldwide. Where we go one, we go all. See you back here on the next update video real soon.
You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.